you talked about
Go ahead.
enterprise configuration. Does
Right.
it mean that we created the class you're explaining about creating tasks, the implementation project setup, adding user, and that's the
No,
one?
that after that,
Uh,
using the enterprise configuration, we had created the legal entities, we had created the business group, and we had created the divisions, and we had created the business units. You remember
oh.
I had given the enterprise configurator. What is an enterprise configurator and what we can do?
So Vamshikar, you had a class on your time, Indian time, Saturday, you were saying?
Yes.
Oh, see, okay, okay.
Okay.
No,
So
Indian times. Okay, you had a class on Indian time Saturday. Oh, okay, okay. I missed that class.
that's okay. That's okay, Subbu. Don't worry.
Mhm.
So there is a recording for that, and you will get that.
And I got a WhatsApp message saying the class is cancelled.
No way.
Friday class
Friday class is cancelled. Friday there is
means
no session.
my yeah my
Friday there is no session.
oh, some confusion. Okay, okay.
My India Friday there is no session.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
Thank you,
cancelled.
thank you. Okay. So please share me the video recording of the last class then. Thank you.
So that you will get from the tech leads. You just follow with them, and they will share.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, right. So and this enterprise configurator, so we have completed the enterprise structure creation through configurator. Now let us see how we can do the same enterprise structure through rapid implementation. So there will be 3 steps in the rapid implementation. The first step is so creating the enterprise file. So we have to create a enterprise file. From where we are going to create this enterprise file? First of all, we have to download the enterprise file from where we can download, and all we'll discuss. So right on the navigation for downloading the rapid implementation file. So you have to go to the navigator. Surekagar, can you please enable mute if you don't mind? Thank you. So good morning, Satish Garu.
Good morning, Vamsi.
Right. So you have to click on the navigator and you have to go to the setup and maintenance. You have to go to the setup and maintenance. And in the setup and maintenance, click on the right task pan and you have to go to your implementation project that you have created. So this is our implementation project, ERT Fin implementation. Open that. Open that. So expand the Fin implementation. So this is our implementation task list. So by default, system will not add a rapid implementation task list to your implementation project. So the rapid implementation task list will not be added to your implementation project by default when you create an implementation project. So you need to add the rapid implementation task list for your implementation project by clicking on the select and add button. So let's click on the select and add and search for rapid. Search for rapid and you should be able to see there is a particular task list called define common financial configuration for rapid implementation. You have to select that and click on apply and done. So automatically that particular task list has got added to your implementation project. You can see define common financial configuration for rapid implementation. Now expand this. So when you click on the expand, you can see there is a particular task called create chart of accounts, ledgers, legal entities, business units in spreadsheet. So select that and click on this go to task button. So the arrow mark. So system will download a spreadsheet. This is a rapid implementation spreadsheet. Open this. So this is a place where you need to download your rapid implementation, download the rapid implementation spreadsheet template. So any questions on this now? Subbu Garu, Srini Garu.
Yeah, no questions. Thank
No questions, Vamsi.
Thank you. And Ajay, do you have any questions, Ajay?
No, that's fine.
Right. Marti Garu, Kamala Garu, Rajesh, Satish. Malti garu. Right. Okay.
Vamshikara, Subbu here. I have one question. The chart of accounts, suppose you
Hmm?
download a template and
Hmm?
you keep it in your system for a couple of days. Meanwhile,
Uh-huh.
somebody changes chart of accounts, the
See,
values.
this is a chart of accounts values. If anyone has changed, you just update in your chart of account file and upload it. So
Oh,
from
oh,
the application, you see this is a spreadsheet. This is a blank spreadsheet where you have to fill the data and you have to upload to the system. So system will automatically create the chart of accounts, calendar, ledgers, business units, legal entities, everything.
oh, okay, okay.
This is your setup document. Okay. If anyone has changed anything, they might have changed in the application. So, so the rapid implementation limitation is it is limited to, or it is for creating the setup data, not for maintenance. So that means if anyone wants to add any value or anything, that you cannot do through rapid implementation. There is another model for that. If anyone wants to maintain any data, or if anyone wants to do changes, all those things we have to do manually. So through rapid implementation, it is just for to create the setup. Once you created, the rapid implementation will over.
Got you. Okay, thank you.
Right now, so this is a first place where you need to download the rapid implementation spreadsheet. Right. So if you go to the instructions, you should be able to see a sample file. Are you able to see there is a sample file? This is a sample data. If you click on the open this, one second, we should be able to open that sample data.
Vamsi, one question here.
So go ahead, Kamalagar.
Yeah, the same, the project which we have created, you have shared the credentials, right, for the instance access. So we
That
should be,
you don't find. That you don't find. So this is my
oh, is
training
it a different?
environment. Right. This is my training environment, and that is for your class environment. So
Okay,
both are
so,
different.
oh, okay, okay. But we still can go ahead and then do on like,
So whatever I'm doing here, the same thing you can do from your system.
okay, thank you.
You need not to wait for anyone else. Okay.
Okay.
It is not opening the sample file, but when you download in your remote desktop, it will open that sample file. Okay. So you can see here. There is some issue in opening the sample file. So that's okay. But this is for my system only. But normally you can open the sample data. So this is our spreadsheet that we downloaded from the application. And if you click on this sample data, so it will give you a sample data how to define or how your Excel spreadsheet should be filled up. So that spreadsheet, that sample data, with that sample data, you can fill the information. So now this is a place where you're going to define the chart of accounts. So let's see what is a chart of accounts, calendar, ledgers, everything we are going to provide. So here, this is the name of your chart of accounts, calendar and ledger. So here you have to fill the name of your ledger. So name of your chart of accounts or name of your calendar. So you can provide. So I'm not giving with the TRTNA, I'm just specifying with the GRT. Because with TRT, there is already data is there. Okay.
Can we upload the data, whatever has already been configured in the system right now, to open that template, Vamshi garu?
What?
So there's an already the data, right? The setups which are already there in the system. So
Right.
can we upload that to on template and then open the template? Is there any other like configuration do we need to do that?
So see, this is a data that we already configured with the name of TRTCOA. So I'm just replacing this TRTCOA with GRT, word called GRTCOA. That's it. Okay. So first of all, I did not understand your question, Kamala garu.
No, there are like we defined the legal entities and business.
We did not define yet.
No, maybe using a rapid implementation we did not do, but using the other method we did it, and then
we did. Okay, 1 second. So if you understand the Saturday session, we had created through configurator, but we did not loaded it. I told you if we load only, then only the things setups will be created.
Yeah,
and we did not.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, got it. Sorry. Yep.
Right. So there in that session, I told we'll configure all the setup through rapid implementation, and we will review back. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So this is my chart of account name or calendar name or ledger name. We'll start with this GRT COA. And what should be the period frequency? So what should be the period frequency, whether you want to use a monthly or 445 or weekly calendar. So generally it will be a monthly calendar. And do you want to have any adjusting period in your calendar? So whether you want to have, if you don't want to have, none. If you want to have, at what intervals you want to have an adjusting period, once at the end of the year. And what is the calendar start date? It should start from 1st January 2016 or 2017. So this is a 1st January 2017, and it should be in MMDDYY format. So this is my physical year start date. So that means my calendar will start from 1st January 2017. Any questions on this now? What to hear?
Vamshi, I have a question, this really. I know we did not load the enterprise structure definition last week. So now that we're doing rapid implementation, the same thing, why are we starting with chart of accounts? We should probably start with the enterprise definition itself, right?
So the enterprise is all. Once again, the enterprise. When we discussed about the configurator, why we stopped it? Because
you know
the enterprise is already.
So
it will replace the existing enterprise, right?
Right.
So that means there is already an enterprise has already been configured, right?
Okay, so we are using the existing one which you already created.
Right. So we are using that enterprise, and from that enterprise we are going to configure all the remaining things.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Right. So Satish Garu, do you have any questions now with this simple part, with these 5 lines?
No, it's fine.
You're good, right? Now.
Yeah.
Now, as we discussed, what should be your chart of accounts? So you remember we had discussed so how the code combinations will be represented in our enterprise structure. So there, one of the solutions that we discussed is the chart of accounts. So this is our chart of accounts we want to create. So sir, please enable mute. Satish Garu. Sorry. Right. So now we need to give what are all the segment values that we want to have in our chart of accounts. So one by one we have to provide. So the one is entity. Entity is nothing but my company. Entity is nothing but company. And so line segment. Second segment is line of business, and the third segment is account. And fourth segment is department. And fifth segment is intercompany or affiliate. And future. The last and final one is future. So these are the segments are for every account that we are going to use in our business transactions will be represented by a combination of every segment. Is that clear, Satish Garu? Do you
Yes.
want me to explain again?
Yeah, they are like we mentioned there COA, right? Entity
Right,
3, COB2.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So this part I will explain you, don't worry.
Yeah.
So see, you remember, let's say when you're doing the business transactions such as cash sales, in the cash sales, so the accounting entry will be cash debit and sales will be credit. Am I correct?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
what is the value that is represented by cash and what is the value that is represented by sales will be from the combination of this each segment.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that clear?
Yes. Yes. Clear.
Do you want me to explain further?
Yeah. Explain. LOB like
LOB is
entity
my line of business.
business. That's fine. Account department. Yes. Yes. It's fine. Affiliate here. Affiliate.
Affiliate is my intercompany. So if I am doing any intercompany transaction, so to
Okay.
track that particular transaction is an intercompany transaction, and for which intercompany I am doing, for which company I am doing, so I am going to
Okay.
use that affiliate.
Okay. Coming to future.
Future, if I have, see, why I have introduced, so normally this is our combination as of now. Okay.
Okay.
In future, there is another reporting requirement that I got, and I want
Okay.
to track all of my business along with that new dimension also. In such a case, you cannot add or you cannot change the chart of accounts. If you
Okay.
are
Okay.
changing the chart of accounts means it's a re-implementation.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so
Okay.
to give a accommodation of future requirements, we'll use the future segment.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Clear.
Right.
Clear one sheet. Yeah.
Right. So now the entity segment value, the label. So you remember, friends, in EBS, we need to assign the qualifiers, right? Flexible qualifiers or whatever the segment qualifiers or flexible qualifiers, whatever you call. So we need to assign the qualifiers. So the same qualifiers here, we call it as a segment labels. The same qualifiers here, we call it as a segment labels. Okay. So Satish Garu, for you, this part I will explain you what is this segment labels and how it will be used. I will explain you at later. For the timing,
Okay.
you just follow what I'm doing.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
blindly
Okay.
follow.
Yeah. Okay. Vamshi. Okay.
Okay. So the entity, I'm assigning the primary balancing segment. Line of business, I'm assigning the second balancing segment. Account is natural account segment. And department is cost center segment for me. And affiliate is an intercompany segment, and future does not have any segment label. So these are the segment labels. So those who are from EBS background, you remember in EBS we have a balancing segment and natural account segment are the two mandatory qualifiers that we have to assign. Even in Fusion also, the primary balancing segment and natural segment are the two qualifiers or the two labels that you need to assign mandatorily, and remaining are all optional. So sir, what is this? Then why can't you mention it as a balancing segment? Why it has been specially mentioned it as a primary balancing segment? So in Fusion, you can designate or you can give you can select 3 segments to balance your journal, or you can select 3 segments as a balancing segments in Fusion. So here I have chosen 2. So the entity is a primary and line of business is my second balancing segment. That means whatever the journal that I'm creating, it should be balanced by both entity and line of business. If it is not balanced, then system will throw an error in the when you're posting that. Is that clear or not? Subramanian Garu and Satish, Srinivas. Anyone?
Yeah,
Anyhow?
okay.
Anyhow?
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Subbugar, what about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Malti Garu and Kamala Garu, any questions from your side? Right. Let us proceed. Now, what is a short prompt for this? A short prompt is nothing but short names for each of the segment. So Satish Garu, so this is a full segment name, and for that, what is a short name? You have to provide the short name for this. Okay, so let us provide ENT, entity, LOB, account, department, affiliate, and future. So these are the short names for our segments. Okay. Now, what is the display width for each of the segment? So the display width is nothing but so how many characters that you want to have in each of the segment. So for the entity segment, I want to have 2 characters. So that is what here I had mentioned 235, 223. So 2 characters I want to have. So the values that I'm going to create in the entity segment contains 2 characters. And the line of business also contains 2 characters or 3 characters. 3 characters. And account is going to have 5 characters. And department is going to have 2 characters. And affiliate is going to have 2 characters. And future is going to have 3 characters. So these are the characters, how many characters you want to have for each of the value in the respective segment. Is that clear? Satish Garu, is that clear for you or not?
In account, you mentioned 5, right?
Right. So that means whatever the values that I'm going to create in account, all the accounts will contains 5 characters.
Okay, like that is amount value or just characters like?
Characters length.
That's only, okay.
Character length. So see, you mean to say there is a value for cash. Okay,
Yes.
so that cash account will be represented by a number or a character. So how many characters you want to use to represent the cash account? So I'm going to use 5 characters.
Yeah, up to 99,999, like 5 characters we need to use,
yes.
right?
Yes,
okay.
Up to not only 99,999 share, you can give your account values with A to Z also.
Okay.
So the combination of A to Z also you can use, combination of alphabets as well as numerical numbers. So using them, you can have a multiple huge number of values.
Okay. Clear, Amsi.
Right? Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Right. So now let us proceed. This is our chart of accounts. Here like this, we need to define our chart of accounts. Now let us go to the business unit.
Just one question. Can you explain on affiliate and how we have assigned this to intercompany?
So see, affiliate is just a name that I had assigned. The segment name is an intercompany. You can give the intercompany segment. Affiliate is my name. That's it. So the affiliate is nothing but for me. So who are related companies with whom you are doing the transaction, with the related companies. Affiliate is the word to represent the intercompany values that I am going to use in my business transactions. Is that clear?
It will be entity only?
Yes, it will be entity values only. So both affiliate and entity will have the same values.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Okay.
One second, Rajesh. One second. Ajay, don't say okay. You're clear or not?
Yeah. So Actually, probably we will do the transition maybe, I think, because intercompany transitions values are different always.
No way. Intercompany segment values will never be different. If you assign the segment label as an intercompany segment, so it will automatically take the values from the balancing segment only. If you want to have a different values, then you need to create a new value set and associate. But here we are not going to do. We are going to use the same value set that we assigned for entity. Is that clear?
But values can be changed, but the values will be changed during the transition.
Yeah, values can be changed. See, let's say the entity is 01 you're creating, and the intercompany segment value may be 02, 03, 04, or can be anything according to the transaction that you are doing. If it is an intercompany transaction, then with which intercompany you are doing the transaction, that value you are going to populate in the affiliate.
Yeah. Actually, that was I was trying to say. So
okay, so that will be the same. Okay.
Yes. Vamshi, one question here. If you go back to our kind of a structure, right?
1 second, Kamalagar. Hold on, please. So Ajay, is that clear for you?
Yes. Now it is clear. Yes.
Right. Rajesh, go ahead.
Yes. What is the difference between primary balancing segment and secondary balancing segment? Actual difference.
Right. See, the actual difference is nothing but the primary balancing segment is the one where you are going to prepare your balance sheets and where you are going. So primary balancing segment is nothing but your balancing segment in general words. In EBS, there is a balancing segment, right?
Yes.
So what is the use of balancing segment?
Generals will be using it.
So when you're creating the journal, so a system should check whether the journal is balanced by company. So then only we can get the profit and loss account and balance sheet at a company level, right?
Yes.
So that is the use of primary balancing segment here. And if you want the journal to be balanced at the second balancing segment or at line of business level also, because I want to prepare my profit and loss and the income statements, everything at line of business also. And I don't want to, or if there is any transactions that are doing from one line of business to another line of business, system should create an intercompany journal. So that is my requirement. Along with the entity value, it should the same functionality should work even at line of business level also. So that is the reason I had associated the line of business as a second balancing segment.
Thanks.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Along with the entity, system will balance your journal at line of business also, and it will make sure both debit and credit are matched at line of business. If it is not matched, then system will automatically pass an intercompany journal. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Right. So Kamalagar, go ahead now.
Yeah, when you say an affiliate, which is an intercompany, in our structure, what we defined, right? So here the TRT USBU is an
No, not the TRT USBU. So these three values, TRT US Technologies, TRT US Consulting, and TRT India Consulting. If I am doing the transaction between US Consulting to India Consulting, then the affiliate value or the entity value will be populated by the value that is representing US Consulting.
Correct.
And affiliate value will be populated by India Consulting.
Yeah. I just wanted to go to this. Just wanted to visualize. Yeah, thank you. You can go ahead.
Right. So now, Ajay, I think I answered your question as well, right? With this, right. So now let us proceed with the business unit sheet. So this is a place where you need to populate what are all the business units that you want to create. So as per our structure, we need to create 3 business units. One is a US BU, India BU, and global BU. This global BU will create manually. Let us create these two through spreadsheet. So TRT US BU and TRT India BU. So I will create the global BU manually because we should know how to create the BU manually also. So that for that I'm going to keep this as a provision that we will create through manually. Okay. So this is a US BU and India BU that we had provided. And what is the default legal entity for this? Oh, sorry, we need to change the name with GRT. Right. So what is a legal entity name for this default legal entity name for this US BU and for this India BU? The default legal entity name, let us use GRT US Technologies. So these are the default legal entity names for each of the BU. Any questions on this sheet? You're good or not?
I'm good, Vamshi. Srini.
So Subbu Garu, Malti Garu, Sridhar, Satish.
I'm sure if a business unit is assigned to multiple legal entities.
So here the business unit is assigned to multiple legal entities, if you can see, but still I'm associating with one legal entity. That is just a default legal entity. You have to remember the label. It is just a default legal entity. It is not a legal entity that we are assigning to the BU. It's just a default legal entity, but still there is a provision where you can do the transactions for both the BUs, for both the legal entities from the single BU. Is that clear?
Yeah, thanks.
Right. So any other questions from anyone? Satish Garu, you're good or not? Marti Garu?
Yeah, Vamsi, this is Satish. Okay, I'm okay.
Right. Let us proceed to the companies and legal entity sheet. So thank you, sir. So in this companies and legal entity sheet, you remember we had a primary balancing segment is a entity segment. So for entity segment, what are all the values that you want to have? So you need to have a values for the entity segment. You need to create a values for entity segment. That values you are going to create in the companies and legal entity sheet. So here, this companies and legal entity sheet, we can break down into two parts. The first part is company segment values, that is nothing but entity segment values. And second part is legal entities. The many legal entities you want to create, you need to define those legal entities here. So these are the two parts. Legal entities are nothing but legally registered companies. So the many legally registered companies you have, so those legally registered companies you need to create through legal entity sheet, and the companies segment value you need to populate in the companies and legal companies part. Okay. Now let's see what are all the values that we want to have. So these are the values that we want to have. Right. So now you can see these are the values that I want to have for the companies or entities segment value. Any questions on this? Any questions on this? Satish Garu. So you can see the characters, how many characters we had for each of the value. We are having 2 characters. And this is my hierarchy as well. So this is my parent value. Under that, these are all the child values that we are going to have. Any questions on this?
Vamshi, why are you mentioning all companies with parent 199 as a parent value? GRT Global is a parent, right now in our example?
So in our example, GRT Global is a parent, so you can place that. But if you use this GRT Global as a parent, you cannot enter the transactions with the GRT Global, right? So for the parent values, we should know we cannot pass the journals. Am I correct or not?
Right.
But GRT Global also is one of the company where we are doing the transactions. So we should be able to pass the journals even for the GRT Global also.
Okay, because my understanding was that is only for reporting, and we are doing consolidation of these business units transactions into global.
So see, let's say I want to do the consolidation also. Okay, let's take your example. Yeah, we want to do the consolidation. Now, in the consolidation, it is not the reporting model that I'm choosing. I have chosen all the journals should be transferred or all the balances should be transferred to the global ledger where it should generate the statement. So if you want to transfer the balances, you should pass the journals, right? You should be able to pass the, you should be able to take the other companies' data to global. So you need to have a, value to pass the journals in the global. So that is the reason I keep it as a child value.
Okay.
Here.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
So in this, that's the reason we have 99 as a default in all companies.
Right. Right. Okay. So this is not at all. So actually this is not required, and all companies is not required. But when you're doing through rapid implementation and when you're creating the values through rapid implementation, so there should be minimum of one parent and one child is required. One parent, at least one parent and one child is required for each of the values, for each of the segment. So that is the reason this is to achieve that condition, I had given 99 as a all companies. But actually, we don't require that.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah, that's true.
Or
and for,
you can say 99 is a GRT Global. Is another name you can provide. It is for
reporting.
For reporting. So like this also you can provide. So any way you can provide. And so if I provide the two values for the same name, people will get confused. That is the reason I have changed it to all companies. That's it. There is nothing.
Oh, right.
Is that clear?
Yeah, got it.
Right.
Vamshi, but in our context, but 50 is the global, which is a global company, right?
Right. 50 is our parent company, where you are going to transfer all the data to parent company and do the consolidation.
Yeah. So all the reporting happens on GRT Global, which is 50 ideally.
Right. Right. The consolidated reporting will be done on 50. Okay. So Satish Garu, any questions now for you?
Actually,
you're good or not?
Yeah, our parent company is GRT Global, right?
Right. Sir, your voice is low.
Yeah. Vamshi, hello?
Yes, now it is.
Our parent company was GRT Global, right?
Right.
Okay. You mentioned as a parent one, all companies like...
So I just, so you just replace this all companies with the GRT Global word.
Okay,
so I will let you know. I'll let you know why I had mentioned this in detail. Okay. So when we are about to complete, or when we are completing the sessions, by that time you will get answer for that. Okay.
Okay, fine.
I cannot answer you right now immediately, but by the end you will get answer. You can make a note of that. Whether you got the answer or not, you will let me know at the end. Otherwise, I will explain you. Okay.
Sure. Okay, okay.
So shall we proceed further?
Yeah. One quick question, Vamshi. For 10, 20, and 30, the parent should be 50, right? Is it right?
That is true, sir. The parent should be 50, but we need to have the 50 parent value to enter the transactions also. At the parent level, we cannot enter the transactions. So I made it all the companies as defaulted with 99.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we'll proceed. Yeah, thank you.
So you just make this 99 as a global company. So let's say global company. So it is a GRT global company. Now tell me. So this is my GRT global company, where it is a parent company. Under that, This is one of the legal entity. 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 So if you look at, if you remember our enterprise structure, we have 4 legal entities, right? So each legal entity is being represented by one of the value.
No. My point was under GRT Global, which is representing as 50.
So don't
the
forget about
child companies are.
Forget about this 50 now. Now tell me.
Oh, now it should be okay. Yeah.
Now it is okay, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah, basically what I was trying to tell you was like 10, 20, and 30, which are companies falling under global. The parent should be. Do we need to designate parent as 99 there in the parent one?
So it's already designated. Parent 99 is a global company, and for all the childs, whatever the childs you have, all of them, this will be the parent company.
Oh, okay. I realize now, because this is only like setup data that we are entering. Okay, right, yeah.
Right. Now, along with these 3 companies, I have another company also called GRT Global, for your understanding. And this GRT Global is a global company where you are going to do the consolidation. This is just for our consolidation. Understand that. Is that clear, Srini Garu?
Yeah, I'm good, Andy. Yeah, got it. Right. Thank you.
Now,
this is only just a limitation of this. I mean, this is how the template should be filled to upload properly. Right. With that structure, that is why you had mentioned that row number 6, which is a global company, which is 99.
Right. This is how we need to fill, and we need to have at least one value. So that is the reason I have placed here. Otherwise, we don't require 99. We can provide a 50, 10, 20, 30 itself.
Okay.
Is that clear?
So Vamshikara Subbu here, but the parent order can change anywhere. It can be in row 10 also, right? Like 99 can be in down also. It doesn't matter, right?
So see, if you place the 99 here, from that, whatever the childs are there, only those will come under to that parent.
Okay. Thank you.
Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you.
So this is a hierarchy. You should have a proper hierarchy. Okay.
What is the significance of other parents like 4, 5, 6, 7?
So if you have multiple parents, so let me show you. Let me go to the natural account segment, then you will understand that. So don't worry, just wait for some time. So when you go to the natural account segment, you will understand what is the significance of other parents. Okay. Just wait. So shall we proceed further? Any questions from anyone?
I don't see Malti here.
Go ahead, Malti Garu.
Actually, in R12 EBS, is this concept is there? Like I saw in security rules. There is one topic there, parent-child relation. We need to give them.
Malti Garu, your voice is very low bit. Can you please speak a little loud?
Actually, just I would like to compare with EBS. Is this topic there in EBS also?
In EBS, we have this one, Andy. We need to create all the values for the company segment, right?
Yes.
So that's what we are. Once again, hold on. So we have to create all the company values we had created. So when you are creating the values, there is a checkbox called parent checkbox. And once you enable that parent checkbox, below that there will be a child button will be there. If you click on that child button, you should be able to select what all the childs that are there.
Yes.
So that is this concept. So this is my parent value. Under that, we are creating these are the childs.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yeah, Vamshikara, I think let me repeat her question if I'm right. There is a dependent classification in the segment, like the parent.
No. Sir, once again. That dependent classification is not that one. Dependent classification or dependent is a value set model. So I think this is not her question. So just wait. We'll discuss that.
Okay. Yes, actually my question is clear. When we are going to define the values, there we can enable the parent values and child values.
Right. So I answered your question, right, Malti Garu?
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So now let us proceed to the second part of this sheet. So Satish Garu, you are able to follow or not? If you got stuck anywhere, let me know. I will repeat it. Don't wait.
Oh, okay. I'm clear. I'm clear. Okay.
Right. Right. Okay. Now, so here we need to define what are all the companies that we want to create. This part is for legal entity creation. So what are all the legal entities that you want to create? So we have 4 legal entities totally. So one is TRT Global is one legal entity, TRT US Technologies Limited, TRT US Consulting Services Limited, TRT IN Consulting Services Limited. So I will keep TRT Global legal entity as an option. We'll create through manual. So I'll keep that open, and remaining 3 legal entities we'll create here. So now let me copy the legal entities. So these are the legal entities that I want to create. So these are the legal entities that I want to create now in my spreadsheet. So any questions? So now this is my legal entity, and this legal entity is represented by this particular balancing segment value, and this legal entity is represented by this value, and this legal entity is represented by this value. So that is the reason I have placed them just side to the company segment values. Is that clear? Is that clear, sir? Any questions or not? Do you have any questions?
Yes, I'm clear, Vamsi. Satish. Clear.
Thank you, Satish Garu. So Malti Garu, Kamala Garu, and Subbu Garu, Srinivas Garu. Any questions from anyone? Rajesh?
No, I'm good, Andy.
Yeah,
I'm
Vamshi,
good.
I got one question. I don't know whether should I ask you now. This is regard to the value set attaching to the segment, the qualifier. So here also we are giving values. So the question is about how this is the initial values we are using it, right?
This is a balancing segment value.
Correct. So the question is about the value sets and values, how we are going to enforce the security thing like from the parent.
So security part we will discuss, and we did not discuss that. Okay. Security and all we'll do that. Okay. So through rapid implementation we cannot implement the security. We have to implement it separately. We'll discuss that.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Right. So shall we proceed further? Right. So this is all about the company's sheet. So where you need to populate the data like this. So there is a small change in the, so the future will not accept. It is should be future 1, and it should be a future 1. Okay. So this is my company sheet that we have created. Now let us proceed to the natural account segment. So we need to provide we need to provide the values for the account segment also, right? We need to provide the values for account segment also that we can provide in the natural account segment sheet. These are the values that I want to provide. So now you can see, Ajay Garu, for you can see that. So this is a parent 1, parent 2, parent 3, parent 4. So this is my ultimate parent value. So this part is ultimate parent value. So 10,000, 20,000, and 30,000, and 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 are the ultimate parent values. Under that, I have the child values like this. These are the child values. Under that child values, these are the third level parent, and these are the fourth level parents, and finally these are the childs. So all this parent 1, parent 2, parent 3, parent 4, parent 5 up to 9 you are going to use to group, or how you want to accumulate your balances at the grouping part. Is that clear?
Yeah, basically those are all roll-up groups.
Roll-up groups for reporting.
Yeah.
For natural accounts only right now, right?
Not only the natural accounts, you can use it for companies or you can use it for departments. For every segment, you can have multiple values. But here in the companies and legal entities, why we don't have is we have only this is the reporting requirement. We don't have multiple companies and multiple relations we don't have. So as of now, we have this much relation only, and that is the reason we add.
Okay. Otherwise, we
clear?
can add in the for the entity values as well if we are the multiple companies.
So you can add how you want to roll up your company values also. So if you want to roll up your company values as a division wise also, so you can create one segment value as a one value. So let's say like this also you can have. So let me put it in this way. So 99 and so this is a 40. So let's say this is a 39. 29 is my US division, or you remember North America division, we had GRT NA division and GRT APAC division. This is my GRT APAC division. You remember this also we have discussed. So now system will roll up the values for GRT North America division and GRT APAC division, and from there it will roll up the values to GRT global company. Is that clear, Ajay? Still, do you have any questions? Ajay Gar, is that clear for you or not?
Yeah, so Vamsi, just question. So in that case, parent 2 will be the ultimate value.
Parent 2 will be the ultimate parent company, and so under that we have two divisions, and each division level it will roll up with these two companies.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah, that's clear now.
So as the model is how you want to generate your reports. If you want to generate the reports at a division level, then you need to have a value for the divisions. If you don't want to have if you don't want to have a requirement to generate the reports at division level, then you don't require to have this value. So it is totally depending on your reporting requirement, how you want to generate your reports.
Okay, got it.
Is that clear? Shall we proceed?
Yes, yes, we can proceed.
Right. So these are my natural account segment values that I had. So Satish, any questions from you?
No, Vamsi, I am clear.
You're clear. So these are my account segment values, natural account segment values. So even even in Fusion also, your accounting segment values will have 5 classifications, whether it is an asset, liability, expense, income, and owner's equity. So you need to designate every value under each of the classification, whether it is an asset or liability, or whether it is asset, liability, expense, or income, and owner's equity. You need to classify. So I had selected all the 10,000 values. The values or the chain values of 10,000 should be assets, and the chain values of 20,000 should be liabilities, and the chain values of 30,000 should be owner's equity, and the chain values of 40,000 should be revenues or incomes, and chain values of 50,000 should be 50,000, and 60,000 should be expenses. Is that clear? Any questions on this? Satish, is that clear for you?
So the value set will be assets in that case.
Satish, value set not will be the assets. Values will be the asset values, liability values, everything you are going to provide. So the value set is our natural account. Account segment is our value set name. Account is our value set name. Under that account, so there we need to provide asset values, liability values, and expense values, income values, and owner's equity values. Why we need to provide? So see, if so let's say an entry, salaries paid by cash $5,000. So what would be the accounting entry? Salaries to cash. Salaries
Right.
is an expense account and cash is an asset account. Both we need to accommodate, right?
Yes, yes.
So to get those values, we are defining all the natural account segments, all the segment values with all the 5 classifications. Is that clear? Still any questions, Satish Garu?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Sir, if you have any questions, still we'll discuss. That's not an issue.
Vamshi garu,
Right. Go ahead, Rajesh.
parent 4 is 10,000 and description is assets. Means it is used for extracting purpose.
So
Extracting the
all the assets will be accumulated, all the values. So see, cash in hand USD, cash in hand foreign currency, petty cash. So whatever the values that you are creating in the child level will be accumulated at 10,000.
Okay, it is used for reporting purpose, or can you
Yes,
perform any transaction?
for reporting purpose. Let's say if I want to see what are all my assets. Okay, instead of defining the report with all the values, if you define the report with one value, or if you are able to see the balances of 10,000, that would be sufficient. System will automatically give you what are all the total assets that you are holding. Is that clear, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
So how you want to roll up your values will be decided by this parent and child relationship. Is that clear from anyone? Any questions?
Yeah, Vamshi Garu, the subledger, we have payables, receivables, assets, and the inventory, right? So how we are bringing the inventory into this place, like the inventory location, capital account, and things like that?
Sir, this is a natural account segment values. So do you want to capture the location value as a natural account segment?
So my question is like, where we are factoring the inventory thing, like the previous one. So I don't see that is coming in the, yeah.
So you can see goods in transit and mercantile inventory goods and invoice price variance. And equipment inventory, supplies inventory, construction material inventory, adds material inventory.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So any other questions from anyone? Kamala Garu, any questions? Subramanian Garu? Satish, did you understand or not? Ajay, any questions?
Yeah, Vamshi, I understood.
Ajay, any questions from your side?
Vamshi Garu, just so are we covering all the account types in this sheet?
Yes,
all 5.
All 5 we are covering. So you can see assets, and this is the liabilities, and owner's equity, revenues, and expenses. All the 5 covered. Is that clear, Ajay?
Yes, that's clear. Yes.
Now, so friends, in this sheet to discuss, there is some more. Okay, so you can see there is a asset is a type, is a acceptable type. But what is this asset cash clearing, asset cash, asset accounts receivable? What is these values? So see, friends, the rapid implementation, what it will do is it will automatically default the code combinations in subledger setups also. So let's say you remember in cash management, when you're creating the bank, you need to provide a cash account and cash clearing account, right? So if you designate this as a cash clearing account and this as a cash account, system will automatically default when you're creating the bank, system will automatically default the code combination with this value, natural account value for the cash account. And the same way, this one as a cash clearing account, it will automatically default. And this one will be as a accounts receivable. System will automatically default in the accounts receivable in the system options for the receivables module. The same way, this will be default by the system for the intercompany receivables in the advanced global, in the intercompany balancing rules that you are going to define. And this will be prepayment account in the financial options. You need to provide the default prepayment account. System will automatically default this value. The same way, this is for fixed assets, asset clearing, and this is for confirmed receipts. When you are defining the receipt method, system will automatically default this value. So when you're defining the subledger setups, system will automatically default the values. Instead of going and doing the selection, it will automatically default. And this is not a mandatory to select these values. You can select it as sets itself. But why I have selected is, so system will automatically default this in the subledger setups. That is a rapid implementation capacity. It will default the account combinations even in the subledger setups also. Any questions on this now?
Vamshi, one question here. Say, so when we say that defaulting, say I am just recording a prepayment transaction in AP. I'll go to a prepayment transaction type as a prepayment, and then come to a distributions line level. So this is the account value which will be populated. Am I correct?
No. So this is not the value that it will populate. So see, first of all, you need, before creating the transaction, you need to complete financial options, right? First.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we will do that. But
one second, hold on. In financial options, there is a default prepayment account that we need to give.
Correct.
So that is the default prepayment account will be defaulted by this system from here. Okay, so for the transaction, whether it should from the default prepayment account or it should take from supplier side, it is depending on the transaction and supplier that you are using. If you given the prepayment account at supplier level, then it will take from there. Or if you did not given the default prepayment account at supplier level, then it will take from the financial options. So the rapid implementation duty is just to default in the subledger level setups. That's
okay. Okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah, clear. Thank you.
So any questions from anyone? Srinivas Garu and Subramanian Garu. Satish, is that clear for you or not? So it's not only Satish, you're good?
Yeah, Vamshi, I'm good.
Maruti Garu, Rajesh, Malati Garu, any questions from anyone? You're good or not? Maruti Garu, your voice is not audible at all.
Yes, I'm good.
Perfect. Right. Now let's see the proper selection. Even I have to populate this values also. Let me populate these values also. So this is a financial category, friends. What is the use of this financial category? I will explain you later. This we are going to use for our reporting purpose. Reporting means BI reporting purpose we'll use. So that part we will discuss later. Okay. For the timing, you just understand that we are creating this part only. Up to M column only we are defining. So just keep that in mind. We'll discuss definitely on the financial category, but not now. When we are defining the BI reporting, we'll discuss. Okay. So shall we proceed further? Any questions on this natural account segment values or not?
From one general question, are we going to be having this spreadsheet shared with us?
So you can download it from the, so see, when you download this spreadsheet from the application,
it's going to be a blank one, right?
It will be a blank one. So if you go to the instructions, you will get the populated values.
Oh, the sample data.
Sample data.
Okay.
Okay.
So that,
but the one.
Yeah, please go ahead.
The one you're using is actually a populated one with the values you created for your examples, for your implementation.
For my implementation, for my real implementation that I had created this document, and so if you're doing the same, I'm ready to share, not an issue. But in your real implementation, you can download this sample data, and from there you can review.
Okay, Sure. Yeah, I would like to have your spreadsheet so I can review and use similarly.
Oh, that's okay. I will share. I will share, sir, but not now immediately.
Okay.
So we have to proceed further, and then only I can share. Okay.
No problem. Thank you. Thanks, Andy.
So any questions on this? Kamalagar, do you have any questions now?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Perfect. So, sir, you have provided, we have these many segments. So the entity, line of business, account, department, affiliate, future. So you have provided the values only for companies and natural account. What about the other values? Where I'm going to provide the values for other segments. So you can click on the add segment sheet button. System will automatically add a sheet for line of business where I can provide the values, and department and future you can see. Click on the add segment sheet. Okay, friends, actually I need to update this sheet, then only it will allow me. There is some issue with this sheet.
Means we should define the location, then we can get it.
No, not required. Not required. Okay, so friends, we'll continue with this adding segment sheet and providing other values in the tomorrow session. Okay, is that clear? We'll stop here today.
Yeah, Vamshi, I have two things to ask about the. I think since I've gotten access to the instance, it would be good if you could share the prior videos along with this sheet.
I had shared all the prior videos, and so if you go to the just open your Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show you.
I think